guys are gonna be like, Bao, you can't generalize an entire like fandom of people. And to that I say, yes, I can. I can do whatever the fuck I want. So let's begin. I was a wee little lad in college, and I had just started school, and I was in a brand new state. I was living with family that were not my immediate family, and in that family, one of my family members had a girlfriend that also lived in the same house, and that girlfriend was a Swiftie. Now, I'm no stranger to stans, you know. I'm no stranger to like staying up until 2 a.m. to buy your faves concert tickets. I'm no stranger to getting all their merch, getting all their albums, making their new album date like a special event for you. Like, you know what? If that's your cryptid fixation, I support it. I think it's really cute. However, this person was not a very well person and would constantly like be on the verge of a mental breakdown a lot. And as someone who was living in close proximity to them, it was extremely hard on my mental health. Being around someone who was just threatening to harm themselves, like pretty often over very small things. And it was a very, very toxic, emotional, physically scary place to be. And I was very, very young, and you know, like I just wanted peace in the house, and so like anything she wanted I would do, even if it like trampled over my boundaries and like my personal happiness. You know, I did these things to keep the peace and not because I actually wanted to. One of those things being like I'd have to like use my email to try and get all the Swiftie tickets for her. Like I was just I was just there to be like an automated Swiftie fan, like to have multiple accounts for them. And you know what? I didn't mind it at first, but then it got to a point, chat. It got to a point where like I would have to listen to like garbage Swiftie drama all the time, and that makes you take mental damage, I think. Like being that chronically online for a singular person, I just couldn't understand it. Also, this person was very unwell, and like one of the most traumatic moments in my early adulthood was having to take my little sister to a motel because this person was having a mental health crisis and was threatening to hurt themselves while blasting Taylor Swift in her car and threatening to drive into the highway. So yeah, as you can see, I have a lot of issues with Swifties because it feels like, guys, and if you go down this rabbit hole, a really good rabbit hole to go down is to watch Papa Meat's videos on Taylor Swift. But yeah, I feel like Taylor Swift generates a lot of Swifties that kind of act like they are in a mass psychosis. Standing something, fine. What a Swiftie is like? Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So for basically years, guys, it's been years. It's been nearly a decade since that happened to me, right? I would have stress nightmares and Taylor Swift would be in them. Like there would be screaming, there would be fighting, there would be broken glass in my nightmares, and Taylor Swift music would be in the background. I'm not even you. This is a reoccurring issue that I brought up with my therapists after I left college. Yeah, so like I unfortunately have been divulged an incredible amount of Swiftie knowledge against my will. I know all their stupid fandom wars and like, Jesus Christ, how can you be so chronically online for a bajillionaire? Their struggles are that of, dude, I'm too popular. I can't go to the airport because it causes like a horde of people to go insane. I guess I have to use my private jet and destroy the ozone layer to go to Walmart for 20 minutes. This sucks so bad. I have to sit in luxury. Like, you don't know what it's like. And that's my biggest issue with Taylor Swift is like, and I don't mean to discredit like what it must be like to be a woman in the entertainment industry, but I just don't think is it I just find it hard. I just find it hard to see anything not vapid about it. Do you know what I mean? I get it. But like, how do I describe this? I don't like dismissing other people's struggles, but like, I feel like I've grown tired of the way that each album has to be like I'm gonna own them this time. This is the album where I own them. Whether it be like a person that crossed her or this or that. Like, I think that, you know, at a certain point, she's at the top of her game. Like, and this isn't to like totally dismiss her accomplishments. Like, she's literally the most popular artist on the planet, guys. Like she worked hard to be where she is, and that's something that can be said. However, you're already at the top. Like, I feel like if you just keep trying to own someone with every album, it's like, bro, you're already like, everyone's like ants to you. Like, what could possibly, I don't know. Do you know what I mean, chat? Hey man, at that point, like, you could just snap your fingers and somebody who's just blacklisted from the industry forever. Like, I don't know, maybe focus on your artistry more. Like, maybe focus on, and that's the thing that just rubs me the wrong way. Like, to me, it feels like Taylor's always been at the top of her game. I've like people used to get threats for saying one controversial opinion about her or her music or her experiences. Like, if you hate Taylor Swift, it was equivalent to hating women. And you know, like, and that's why Swifties are terrible to me. Like, that's just not even, like, how do you engage in a conversation like that with, like, well, you don't want to. These are chronically online people. It's just, to me, it looks like mass psychosis. And this past day has been insane. It's like watching people wake up for the first time and be like, hey guys, is this what Taylor Swift music has always sounded like? And the world's like, yes, dude. I would say that a big reason why people diss pop music is because, and it's not just Taylor Swift, you know, don't kill me, don't come for me, all right? It's not just her, but it's, you know, to the normal ear, pop is just like pop. There's no substance to it. And I feel like that's like the heart of pop, but these past few years since COVID, like, really amazing, super, super talented artists came out and like kind of took over the pop scene. And so the standards have gone really, really high. Sabrina Carpenter being one of them. Like, she has artistry, and I could tell that Taylor, and you know what? Like, let me just clarify all this. Everything I say today, chat, it's just because the world is in shambles, okay? The world's in shambles. Like, let me just be petty about some stupid pop star drama, okay? Like, let's just divert our focus away from our lives and all the things going on, okay? Let's just, you know, it's a little funny. The memes are a little funny. I think chuckling at them isn't I don't think you're going to go to hell for it, you know? I don't think we should be tried in a court of law for having a little chuckle, you know? Well, Taylor is an industry plant. She has incredibly rich parents. She's one of 2 children, and she grew up in a very wealthy home with parents that loved her and bolstered her pop career. I think that, you know, like, there are Nepo babies that get to where they are because they're talentless hacks and they have rich, like, very, you know, famous parents. But then there's Nepo babies that have these tools and then, you know, utilize it to their to, you know, like, bring out their own artistry and, like, grow into, like, their own identity. I think a really big example of that would be Willow Smith. I loved Willow Smith's new album. She's got insane artistry. I love her music, and she's Will Smith's daughter, so obviously, you know, she comes from a very affluent family, but she, like, you cannot deny she doesn't have talent.